Yo, what's good, YouTube, man? It's iClxtch. We back out with another video, man. Today's video, I got you guys with the first ever rare jack of all trades build in NBA 2K24. Now let's just get straight into it. This is not clickbait. This build is actually called Jack of All Trades. If you guys do remember from 2K23, they did have this build in the game, and I believe I am the very first person to find this build in 2K24. I looked it up. I didn't see anybody else make a video on this build. So before we get into it, make sure you guys do drop a like and subscribe for your boy. I am putting you guys onto some unknown builds, and I definitely will be dropping more rare builds. So make sure you guys do hit that like button and subscribe. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. So obviously this stuff is personal preference. Alright, now for position, now I try making this build at every single position. You can go all 5 positions, so point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, or center, whatever you want to do. I thought that small forward was the perfect position for this build, so I am going small forward, but just keep in mind you can go all 5 positions. And height, I went 6'8". I'm not sure if you can go any other heights. I found the build at 6'8", so that's what we are going with. So we're gonna go 6'8", 228 pounds, because we need at least an 81 speed and a 73 acceleration for the badges we will be getting, and wingspan. Now with this build, your mid-range and three-pointer have to be at least a 78. I'm pretty sure you could go higher if you wanted to, but keep in mind, they have to be at least a 78. So I went 78 for both. Maximum wingspan. So go 6'8", 228, and max wingspan. Alright, now moving on to the actual build. Here is how you create the Jack of all trades build. Now, like how I usually do, I am going to get the physicals out the way first. So we are maxing out the speed and acceleration. 81 speed will give you silver speed booster, and 73 XL will give you like fast feet, blow by, and stuff like that. These two do need to be maxed. And the strength. Now, I would say this definitely is a downside about the build. Unfortunately, I only got the strength to a 55, which is good enough for your silver clamps and bronze fearless finisher. I would have liked to get like a 74 strength for like bronze bulldozer and stuff like that. I just didn't have enough attributes to do that, so just keep that in mind. And vertical. Now, the cool thing about this Jack of all trades build, this build's actually going to have pro contact dunks off of 2 and 87 driving dunk. Obviously, you need a 75 vertical for those. And then 93 stamina. That is what you need for these 3 badges right here. Handles for days, 94 feet, and workhorse. Alright, now that the physicals are done, let's get straight into making this build. So like I said, this build is actually going to have contact dunks. We're taking our driving dunk all the way up to an 87, which of course does unlock pro contact dunks off of 2. And then go 70 driving layup. That will give you bronze fearless finisher, and it will give you basic layup packages like George Gervin, which is definitely not bad. I don't think you have to go this high on the driving dunk. I'm pretty sure it has to be at least an 80, but since I was able to get contact dunks, 100% want to go for those. We get pro contact dunks off of 2 with this, silver posterizer, slithery, precision dunker, aerial wizard, bunny, spin cycle, 2-step, and whistle. And that's pretty much all we're doing for finishing. Alright, now moving on to shooting. Now, like I did say earlier in the video, in order to get this build name, your mid-range shot and your 3-point shot have to be at least a 78. If you go 77 on both of them, it will change the name of the build. So keep in mind, these both have to be at least a 78. If you want to go higher, I'm pretty sure you could, but they have to be at least a 78. I just left them at 78 because I wanted to have good defense and good playmaking in order to get this build name. And here's all the badges you do get. So you get blinders, catch and shoot, deadeye, green machine, space creator, spot finder, guard up, mini magician, open looks, comeback kid, and whistle. Pretty nice. And then I put the free throw to a 70. Free throw doesn't really matter in order to get the build name. I just want to have a decent free throw just in case you're playing my career or rec or something like that. Alright, now moving on to playmaking. Here is another very key category. In order to get this build name, your pass accuracy does have to be at least an 80. Again, if you go 79 and below, it will change the name of the build. So in order to get this build name, pass accuracy does have to be at least an 80, which is cool. 80 pass accuracy will unlock a lot of good pass styles. Plus you get silver break starter, dimer, needle threader, relay passer, touch passer, and silver special delivery. Now ball handle. Now, I put it to an 81. As you guys know, that will unlock silver speed booster. And speed of ball, I put this to a 75. That does give you a lot of good silver badges. As you guys see, silver hyperdrive, speed booster, triple strike, and 81 ball handle. Again, that gives you silver speed booster, which is pretty nice. I would have liked to max out the ball handle. I just didn't have enough attributes to do so. So 81 is good enough because that will give you a lot of good silver badges, and 80 ball handle actually does give you pretty good dribble moves, so I think that will be fine. And same thing with 75 speed of ball. Just like last year, it actually does give you a lot of good dribble styles like Magic Johnson, which is perfect. And here's all the badges you do get. So you get Silver Unpluckable, Ankle Breaker, Blow By, Handles for Days, Speed Booster, Killer Combos, Triple Strike, and that's about it. Alright, now moving on to defense, another very key category. Make sure you guys do copy it down just like this in order to get this build name. So interior defense, here's a very key stat. In order to get this build name, your interior defense does have to be at least a 73. If you go 72 and below, it will change the name of the build. So make sure you do at least go 73. And perimeter defense, I'm pretty sure this does have to be at least an 80. Same thing here. You go 79 and below, it will change the name of the build. Has to be at least an 80. I took it up a notch though. I went 85. It gives you a lot of really good silver badges. As you guys see, get silver clamps, ankle braces, challenger, fast feet, pick dodger, 94 feet, workhorse, and gold off-ball pest, and a steal. Again, I'm pretty sure this has to be at least an 80, but I took it up a notch to an 85, so we get a lot of good silver badges. We get silver glove, silver interceptor, and silver right stick ripper. And the block, I want to have at least a bronze anchor since we do have good interior defense. So your block has to be at least a 77 for the bronze anchor. You could even stop at 78 for silver chase down artist. I went 79 block though. As you guys see, that does unlock bronze pogo stick, so we went 79 block. Alright, now moving on to the final thing about the build, obviously the rebounding. Now here's another very key stat. In order to get this build name, both of your rebounding stats have to be at least 75. If you go 74 and below for either of the rebounding stats, it will change the name of the build. So these have to be at least 75, which is cool. That will give you bronze rebound chaser, silver post playmaker. You're a small forward, so you actually do have pretty good rebounding stats. 75 is good. And as you guys can see, this is pretty much the jack of all trades build right here. This is how you create the build. I told you guys pretty much every single stat where it has to be and certain stats where you cannot change in order to keep this build name. So this build is really solid. Like I said, this build does have contact dunks. You have good shooting, 78 for both. If you're fine without the contact dunks, the lowest driving dunk I went to was 84 and it still gave me the build name. I'm assuming the lowest is 80. I could be wrong about that. If you want to lower the driving dunk, you don't care about contact dunks, and you want higher shooting, you definitely could do that. I just went with the bare minimum 78. Of course, we got good playmaking. Pass accuracy has to be at least an 80. And then we do have pretty good defense. A lot of good silver badges in defense, silver clamps, challenger and stuff like that. Really good steal, good block, and we do have really good rebounding. The only thing I do wish about this build, I wish we did have higher strength. 55 strength, like I did say, does give you bronze fearless and your silver clamps. I would have liked to have like a 74 strength though for like bulldozer, physical handles and stuff like that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stats they do have to be at a particular number in order to get the build name, so we just didn't really have enough attributes in order to get that high strength. Alright, now let's go ahead and continue. So I don't want to edit this out so you guys don't think it's clickbait. So here is the shades of Gerald Wallace, Andrew Wiggins, and Jimmy Butler. And like I said, you guys are about to see this build is called the Jack of All Trades. This is the very first Jack of All Trades build on NBA 2K24. Nobody else has made a video on this build yet. So like I said, make sure you guys do drop a like and subscribe for your boy. There definitely will be plenty of more rare build videos, so make sure you guys do subscribe. You definitely don't want to miss out on those videos. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think about this build in the comment section below. If you guys have any other builds you guys would like me to make, please let me know down in the comment section below. I really would appreciate it. Make sure you guys do drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'm out.